You look good in there, man.
Heck yeah.
Guys, it's a beautiful day here in Montrose, Colorado. We're at Turner Toyota, and the awesome staff here is gonna let us shoot a video with the new Supra, and we're gonna put our Supra next to it, and we're gonna have a nice same color combination a review of both of them. Just look at them, see it, just to be able to see them comparison. So this is gonna be exciting. All right, guys, let's go ahead and give you some thoughts and some comparisons and some difference from someone who's owned a Supra for 5 years, and I'm gonna let you guys follow along and also let me know what you're thinking. We are by a main road, but that's okay. Okay, so let's start off. All right, so we have the front end. So my thing is, I'm in love with the stripper. I'm in love with the headlights, guys. You can't beat that. I mean, the headlights are really cool. Gives the car a really neat profile. And if you could look in here, inside here, there's an LED strip, which really gives the car a menacing look in nighttime. I do have to mention that these vents down here, I'm not quite sure what they are, but I believe that any manufacturers sometimes produce, you know, the non-functional vents. I think it takes away from the car, but that's just an observation. The headlights and the front bumper really look great. Let's go ahead and walk over to the Toyota Supra. All right, so if we look at, I'm a big fan of these headlights as well, but they definitely don't have the LED strip. This is 1994. These headlights are actually the 98s. Both cars don't show the intercooler. I always get asked if this is a twin turbo, but a good way to know is if you look underneath here, the intercooler is right there. Let's see if we could find the intercooler on this one. I believe that is right there, the little one. I could be wrong. It's hard to see it. I am filming towards the sun, so you might cast a shadow. All right, hood-wise, looks like the hood profile is they kept it within the same styling. The hood is pretty big in the car. If you look at the overall size of the car, the hood has a big profile. So we come over here and we have a big profile too, but I would say it's safe to say that the new Supra has the hood's definitely more pronounced. All right, we're coming up to the side profile. Okay, I definitely like the arch on the car itself. If we come over here, that fender hump really emphasizes it, really gives the car a menacing look, really makes it look really well. And if you look down here, the side skirt, I like this swing right here. I think it's really neat, or wing-tipped side skirt, really gives it a nice profile. Really gives the car a definition of profile. We come over to the original 94 twin turbo Supra, and real smooth body lines. We do have a hump. You know, we have kind of a hump in the back, you know, kind of a little fender hump, but not as emphasized as in the newer Supra. So I would say that this duck right here really gives it a little bit more character, but a lot more subtle. When you look at the cars in person, the Supra, I would say, it flows more, it's smoother. The new one has a lot more aggressive lines. I do like it because it gives it character. I'm all about get cars character. And then on top of that, you know, it's the small things that count. If we look at the mirrors, the side mirror, we've got a strip in there. You know, these little edges on it kind of give you that profile of speed. In the original Supra, we just have a very, very basic side mirror. But I really like that somebody thought that out. Some engineer out there went out there and said, hey, I'm gonna add a little bit of character to the side mirror. So that's pretty cool. All right, we're moving on. So I would say that the factory wheels, I can't really compare it because I don't have the factory wheels, and I know that there's different options for these wheels, but these wheels are nice. I really like them. I really like that they're two-tone color. I actually just barely noticed that. I thought it was just a reflection. But if you look at that, you have a black, you have a chrome, black chrome, black chrome. So that's really neat. And I wonder how that looks when you're driving. That's got to give it a really pronounced look. Now let's talk about something that I think always gives sports cars a character, is the brakes. So let's look at the brakes. All right. So these brakes, they don't say Brembo. I mean, I'm not sure if they're Brembo or not, but they are, I believe, a 4-piston caliper. I like the red on there, and that gives it some character. And they're pretty decent size. I mean, overall, they're not too small for the car. You know, we all like big brake calipers because it makes the car look a lot aggressive, more sportier. Let's go ahead and look at the 94 twin turbo ones. And then we have, we also have a 4-piston caliper. Now, if we go to the back, I would say this is a good, we have a floating caliper back here. And I would just say, again, you know, I love cars so much that if I'm stating something, it's just an observation, but a floating caliper, you know, with the 4-piston caliper up there, I would say, again, sorry for the noise, guys. I hope you guys can hear me. It's a busy road. But if you look over here, we also have a matching closed caliper. I know the name, but it's not coming to me right now. But I know the other one is a floating caliper. So, and what I like about that is it gives, you know, it's a matching in the front and the back. So, I do like that they color matched it with the red. But if you do Google cars, a lot of cars, they have matching caliper styles in the front and the back. So that is one good observation. All right, let's continue on. So the arches are really pronounced on this car. Look at that, just beautiful. I really like it. And you know, the amount of hate that this car got, I honestly thought that I would be like the same way, just because I just think it's natural to be, you know, people don't like change and everything. But as a Supra owner for a long time, you know, a lot of people review these cars and they haven't owned them for a long time, and so they can't really credibly speak on certain things. But I really like this. So let's go ahead and look at the back. All right. So let's go ahead and admire it for a second here. Just soak that in. What I do like is that the headlights are really neat. Now, I don't want to get crucified for this, but they kind of remind me of an FD headlight. So I'm going to post a picture here so you could see how an FD looks. All right? But nice. Again, a lot of aggression. If you're behind this car, you know it's not a basic car, and that's pretty nice. All right, so this F1 style reverse light is pretty cool. It's functional, so that's a great thing. And I think it adds a lot of character to the car. All right, let's go ahead and look at the back of the previous generation. All right, quick mention, this is a 94, but this has 98 taillights. So one thing that's already different, as you could tell, is we have this wing. which adds a lot to the rear and a lot to the overall car. And the tail lights. Now, I'm a huge fan of the tail lights, guys, just huge. So I would say that these tail lights are timeless. And the rear bumper, besides that, is pretty simple. I have an aftermarket exhaust, so we can't really compare that apples to apples. But overall, quite the difference. So let's go back to the one. Again, the color on this car is magnificent. It's beautiful. I'm going to say that over and over, but really neat looking car. And what these cars, in the way they sound too, and when you add a downpipe, holy moly. All right. Really neat. See this little side marker here. Let's go ahead and look at the difference in side markers, because hey, it's the small details. All right. All right, and this is our side marker. Okay, so we've looked over the car, and I hope you guys got a good observation from the exterior of it, from the two. So let's go ahead and see if we could find a comparison of the two. So I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm really excited about this. So I might be mumbling, stuttering, or getting my words mixed up. But we're going to get this happen. This is an exciting moment. I'm very grateful for Turner Toyota for doing this. You know, just good people. All right. So let's go ahead and look at some more stuff. All right, guys. Let's make a quick comparison of the engine bays. Now, if we look at the engine bay, we could notice right away that there's an engine cover that kind of covers everything else underneath. I don't know if you're like me, but I do like to see all the intricacies of an engine and in an engine bay. But I guess we do have easy access to the air filter. Looks like we have some battery terminals there, or a place to jump the car. Looks like that's going to be the throttle drive-by-wire sensor, coolant tank, power steering, and pretty straightforward. So this engine bay just looks nice. You can't really see anything, but at the same time, it doesn't look bad. All right, let's go to the original 2JZ GTE. All right, guys. Now, a lot more going on here. You know, in the 90s, we had a lot of vacuum lines. We had a lot of stuff going on. There's vacuum lines in newer cars as well, but you can definitely see them here. We have our coil pack cover that makes the 2JZ stand out, quite famous. And in this engine bay, the only thing that is aftermarket is this HKS blow-off valve. Besides that, everything's stock. And on the hood, we have a heat mat. Okay. All right, guys, nothing beats the smell and the look of a new interior. All right, let's go ahead and look around here. The sun is behind me. I know all you videographers are like, lighting is everything, but the awesome staff and team at Turner Toyota were kind enough to let me do this, so I'm just happy. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the door. So the door is pretty standard. It's beeping at us. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. We have our switches there. Our door handle is pretty cool. Looks like we have a tweeter and our speaker down here, and ejecting the trunk / hatch. Pretty normal door. Pretty cool. Not overly complicated. Looks like the switches are ergonomically positioned correctly. So let's go look at a Supra's door. The other Supra's door. All right, guys. Let's see what we have here. We have pretty much door switches set up. Our door handle is definitely not as cool. And our speaker cover is big, but pretty straightforward. Okay, here's our first cool difference. If we look here, we have a kick rest, footrest, or oh, not footrest, but guys, I don't know the name of this, but it says Supra on there and it looks really neat. So let's go ahead and close this door because I think we could get a better angle the other side. All right, with our lighting, we could definitely get a better shot. All right, so my first impression is it's definitely looks like it's a tighter, smaller cabin space, but really neat. Wow, from the passenger side, that's pretty cool. They get to see some stuff here, and that's quite the size of an info center. This thing, it's probably upset about the hood, but we'll move on. But wow, I like the carbon fiber, and the seats are really cool. But let's go ahead and look at the other car. So let's look over here. Let's close this door. Driver's therapy. I'm gonna come around and look at the difference. All right. Definitely feels a little bit more space in the Mark IV. A lot more space in here. Seats are definitely not as cool, I'll tell you that. But the passenger in the new Supra definitely has a better view because this one is more angled towards the driver. Let's go back and look at it again. This concludes our video. This has been one of my favorite videos I've ever made, and I have to thank the awesome staff here at Turner Toyota. They are really, really awesome. They have this amazing Toyota Supra for sale here in Montrose, Colorado. It looks amazing. It's one of my favorite colors, of course, black. Guys, this has been an awesome video. Don't forget to follow along, guys, because I am just so excited. We have big things coming up. And guys, stay tuned for more stuff, for more fun videos, and thank you for watching Driver's Therapy.